Out of all the papers, essays, and reports you write in college, your professional resume may be the single most important page you will ever write. While hours of research and planning are poured into the creation of school assignments, resumes are often left until the night before career fair or application deadline. This usually leads to the inclusion of what I deem the most useless part of a resume, the objective line. So today on Dorm Room Leadership, let's take a look at why it's a waste of space and what you can do to make a cookie cutter statement into a real eye catcher. Now, when I was a freshman, the last thing on my mind when I arrived at school was the formulation of a new college resume. I went to class, cried myself to sleep after physics, and enjoyed all the new experiences around me. But then in September, I got an email filled with talk of this thing called a career fair. 200 plus employers, resume workshops, professional headshots. Alright, I've already got a resume from high school. Let me just take a gander at the old Google Drive and brush it off. Little did I know that the laundry list of activities that you submit to colleges as part of your application is not a real resume, and going to 2 student council meetings is not a real leadership position. I came to realize this fact when I looked at another kid in my dorm's resume, which in fact was completely professional, replete with actual experience, and even a part-time internship. So like we all do in times of crisis and in need of answers, I hopped on Google. Undergraduate resume, bang. Objective line, education, work experience, extracurriculars, technical skills. Got it. So with my new template in hand, I popped in all the relevant info, keyword relevant, into my new resume, and I was all set. But was I really? Now, the reason I'm relating this story is because I, like many other freshmen, adhere to the standard format of resume structure as we have no idea what else to do. And that can be perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong, these are the key areas that need to be on a resume. And recruiters don't want funky looking resumes that they need to decipher. But when it comes to the objective line, 9 out of 10 students write something like this: undergraduate junior looking for business internship. And it's not even an exaggeration. I've reviewed hundreds of applicant resumes, both as a supervisor in an undergrad campus job, and now as a professional, and this is really what I see. This is the first thing recruiters are going to see, and if it does not distinguish you from your competition, you just wasted 10% of the space on your one-page resume. An 8.5 by 11 piece of paper where real estate comes at a higher price than some of the hottest locales in the US. So what can you do to properly utilize this line? The first and by far the most important method of revamping this section is to connect it to the company's mission and mention the specific role. It's crazy how few students take the time to research the companies they wish to intern at, and it can clearly show on the resume and in conversation at the career fair. So what I recommend is to scour the company's website for details on its mission, vision, and values, and work this into the objective and your conversation. Building off of our previous example, this would now read, undergraduate junior seeking business analytics internship at Tesla to support their goal of accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. Bang! You just surpassed 90% of your peers in the very first line and showed Tesla that this is not a cookie cutter resume, but a resume built for Tesla and Tesla alone. Now, when you take this approach, it's important to tailor the rest of your resume to the position you applied for and whatever you do. Do not send this resume to the other companies you are applying. If you are an Apple recruiter, you'll be heartbroken to learn that this candidate you really liked wants to work at Tesla and is really just teasing you. Moving on, another easy way to spice up your objective statement is to include your thirst for leadership and new skills. As I mentioned in a previous video, 72.6% of companies look for leadership in their applicants. This is especially important with the growing prevalence of leadership rotational programs. But even if you are looking for a non-rotational job, leadership at every level of the company is vital to success. And looking at the skills side of the equation, companies want candidates who are eager to learn and be mentored, as these will become the employees who will take on difficult projects and move up quickly in the company. Adding in all these details, we arrive at our final objective: to attain an internship in Tesla's business analytics department to support the company in their mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, as well as to foster my skills as both a business technology professional and an emerging leader. Boom. Some may say this is a mouthful, but the meaningful content it delivers far outweighs any concerns about length. It shows effort, thought, and resourcefulness. All of that versus a one-line scrawl telling me something I already know from speaking with you at a hiring event or from the application you filled out. Lastly, please do not use trite, overused words such as hardworking when describing yourself. Please. Everyone and their sister, mother, father, uncle, and dog are hard workers. And no, don't you even dare use the first synonym on thesaurus.com either. You're trying to get an internship or job and not win the award for the world's least original adjective. Instead, look for an adjective that aligns with the company's values. Much of the time, it's as important that you are a good culture fit for the company in addition to having the right skills and experience. By aligning your verbiage with theirs, it will show that you have not only done your homework, but will also thrive in their work environment. As always, if you liked the video, please softly tap that like button and subscribe.